So you guys went to the route that Pyre told you. Went down, found the shrine, went to the shrine, got the blessing, went on to the road towards the volcano, found the bridge, had to go all the way back, basically made a second journey, got back to the bridge, did shenanigans that I didn't even think that was going to happen, so that was nice. Um, ran into that golem that had the gold bands on them, and then you fought one of them for sure, and then the gold band shattered. You guys entered the volcano cave, and then ran into the salamanders, the wraith, and the magma there. And then found all the trinkets and doodads within the cave, but then that was it so far.
Okay. Can I just while we're waiting, I want to test how close can I get to the magma? Like, am I doing okay if I'm around it?
Yeah. You still have that aura emanating from your body, so yeah, you're pretty fine. The closer you are getting to it, the warmer it does feel, but it's not scalding to you.
Okay. Can I essentially poke it?
You can certainly try.
Okay. I will poke. Very quick, little.
Okay. So you dip your finger in, and it's just like putting it into a really, 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 really hot bath. So you do feel that little ow kind of moment. Um,
Okay.
but you don't actually sustain any blistering damage of any kind.
Okay. That's pretty cool. Um, and how far across is it? Like, do I see anything on the other side?
It's just straight wall.
No openings or anything.
Well, it is kind of going into the opening of the actual volcano itself. It's not like a standard, like, think science class volcano. It is more of a lower peak sort of style volcano. I can't remember the name of them off the top of my head right now. But there is a definitive volcano that doesn't spout over the top. It spouts along the sides, and that's the type of volcano you're in right now.
Okay. What do you think? Uh, sure. Not sure. No, Blaze's name is Blaze.
Tabs?
Tab, 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 tab.
I mean, it doesn't look like there's anything here. Could always go back out and see if we can find another cave somewhere. I mean, looking around, it seems to be a dead end in here.
It does, but I don't know where else we would go. We cross the bridge. There's a golem protecting something here. Like it seems like either we missed something or we're stuck for the time being.
I mean, surely we can't be the first ones going to look for this guy's resting place. I'm sure other people have looked before. If nobody's found it yet, then it must be hidden.
Yeah, but nobody found anybody else either. So
I mean, we did have someone hiding in a rock and someone frozen in an iceberg. So,
Yeah.
I mean, not finding them sitting in a cave, I mean, that's pretty much par for the course at this point.
Except for there's a lava right here, which is like the perfect place for him to be trapped. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I'll wait for my friends.
I guess, while we're waiting, I guess I could go back to the cave entrance. So this was pretty much like at the end of the path. Can't see any other paths leading further up the volcano or game paths or anything on the outside of this cave.
Correct.
I'm just gonna go ahead and try something here. I'm gonna go ahead and cast water walk on all of us.
On the lava?
On all of us.
Oh, all of us. Okay.
Yeah, it does mean we can walk on the lava. And I'm just gonna take a few steps out. Oh, I think Travis got us good boots. So I'm just gonna actually walk out onto the lava a bit.
Okay. So, since lava is a weird circumstance, because it's technically not a liquid.
It says in the spell.
I know, but
okay.
in real life circumstances, this is kind of where I'm like, my schooling in me is screaming.
Well, magic.
Magic.
All.
Yeah. But yeah, you do end up walking across it. The bottom soles of your shoes do start like that stickiness to that.
Mm-hmm.
If you've ever accidentally put your foot up on the campfire, that's kind of what's happening now.
Yeah, and I'll still kind of do the desert or like the beach sand thing where I try to not keep my feet on too long. But I'm just gonna roam a little bit out and see if I see anything, like if the lava itself responds or if something on the mountain starts to glow, or I don't know. I'm just trying stuff.
Yeah, so I would say in this circumstance right now, if you want to make an investigation check, that would be beautiful.
Hey, it's pretty good for me.
14. Okay, so you do notice that the lava itself kind of dips down a little bit in terms for where it's heading outside of the cave. So I'm gonna. Oh, I'm still not used to this program. It's gonna be right in here is where it starts dipping down. But as it starts dipping down at that point, just like the other side, there is just a wall. So it looks like it's going underneath into a lower level of some variety.
Do you guys see what she's talking about?
I don't see anything yet.
So it's like right here. So like if you were to walk all the way.
So if I went this way, okay.
You begin to notice you're actually starting to going to a little bit of a decline. But then you just meet up with the wall.
Interesting. Okay, so I will say it looks like it might be like flowing in here or something. It goes down, it declines, and then I'll just run off back onto shore. Blow on my feet.
Huh. All right, well, I mean, I'll give this a shot. The guy, as far as I know, is a dragonborn.
Composite volcano. There we go. That was bugging me. This is a composite volcano.
So I'll take. What do I need for this ritual?
We do all have an hour of the water walk, lava walk thing if you guys have any plans.
All right. While I'm still exploring the entrance of the cave, I'll set up for a ritual. I'll take a bit of bloodhound fur from my ritual pack, and I'll start casting locate animals or plants. I'm not sure if this will work, but I'll give it a try, and I'll try looking for a dragonborn.
Okay.
Really quick, Miranda, I didn't notice because it doesn't say in the one part of the spell. It looks like Water Walk is a ritual. Could I have ritual cast it instead of?
Yes, I'm okay with that.
Okay, so
Given that,
just
especially we're not in combat or anything, that is totally fine.
just spent 10 minutes. Okay.
Okay.
And with this spell, if it does work, it would only tell me the direction and distance to the closest creature or plant of that kind within 5 miles, if they are present.
5 miles? Okay. So you do get a hit, and it is coming from the direction of town.
Oh, so the only dragonborns we got we're not that far from town.
Nope.
Okay. Well, I mean, no promises that it was accurate, but I don't sense any dragonborns in the area. So we'll probably have to go deeper into the wilderness or up the mountain a bit more.
Yeah, there could be something to what's going on with him, but it seems like he's either not here or he's under a bunch of lava. So either way, I don't think we're gonna make it work here.
Both possibilities for sure. So we came up here because this was like we suspected this was the training ground. We found all these golems and stuff. Like I feel like there's got to be something more though. Like I can't feel like there's just golems here for no reason.
Well, maybe this was his training ground, but we need to find his resting place.
If I run up to where the golem was and check out the bands, do they look totally devoid of magic and stuff now?
Now, yes. And they are, like, shattered. They kind of, like, beforehand, they had a little bit of, like, a faint glow almost to it. And now it's just kind of old gold in your hands.
Okay.
Well, I say we probably start heading back down the path and see if it branches off anywhere.
Do you mind bringing the gold bands by the fire? I just want to see if they react to something I can think of. But
Yeah, I'll bring
So we
them
found
back.
So,
What, you gonna go drop him in the lava or something?
I don't know.
hold it near, maybe see. I just kind of want to see if like there's any reaction. I am assuming no, but
no, it's just tarnished gold.
I want to try one thing here real quick. I just want to see if Dwindle can like submarine this dipped lava and like see if there's anything.
Okay, yeah.
that'd be neat.
So, if Dwindle goes into the lava itself, he can kind of, like, go literally with the flow of the lava and go into kind of, like, where this lava's going.
Works for me.
Okay. So I'm assuming that he's going to be communicating back and forth with you.
I don't know if we can do that.
What's his distance?
No.
Do you have do you have telekinetic? No, telekinetic.
I'm telepathic, but I don't think Dwindle speaks a language. But it's a little vague on some of that. Oh, he understands the languages I speak. Wait,
Yeah.
so you're using speak telepathic?
I don't think he just has the capability of speaking himself.
So if I mind link to him, he can respond, kinda? Is that what we...
Yeah, I think that's how we played it out, like, several sessions ago.
That sounds fine to me, because it benefits me. Let's go!
Okay, so...
Connect our brains and send them under... I got 50 feet to work with.
50. Okay, so Dwindle goes into the magma, kind of submerges himself in, starts going with the flow of the lava. He can't really make out much aside from the surrounding glow. It's in a very encased environment. You just keep
Mhm.
going, just keep going, and just keep going. That's all he's seeing for about a few feet. No changes has been occurring
No.
so far.
Nowhere that he can like come up or. All right.
No, he tries to come up, he hits rock. He goes down below, he hits more rock.
All right. I'll just tell him to come back if he can.
Okay.
Yep.
Worst case, we found some cool boots.
True.
Yeah.
I'm at a loss for the time being. We got some items, and that's nice. But I have no idea what might be here that we're missing. I will. No, that won't do anything. Anyone got a plan?
I still say we start heading back along the trail and see if it branches off anywhere.
Yeah, I think it's probably fair. Because like as far as we know, we basically found the shrine, went out, followed the main path up and across the bridge. We ended up here. Fought some golems, but yeah.
So we're gonna head back down the path then?
Oh, for fuck's sakes!
Because I don't see. I checked around. I couldn't see it going up any further. So probably gonna have to head back down.
Okay.
So you guys end up heading back down. I need everybody, if you're going to be crossing that bridge again, to make me athletic checks.
I would like to look around before crossing the bridge to see if there's any other paths or anything.
Okay. Make an investigation.
I would like to help because I feel like there's something over here we're supposed to find.
So Levi just goes across the bridge, doesn't even do much. No, not a problem. In terms for investigation, you do see tracks, but they are your tracks from earlier, going in the same direction. You do not notice any other sort of pathway or anything other than that of the bridge.
Okay.
I'm gonna look at you there.
Oh,
Man,
Travis.
can you just bamf us across? Is that a thing?
Travis, you're on in both.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll turn that off. I actually don't know how to turn myself off on this one.
Just press on your name, and then it should come up that you can turn off your. Oh, right click, I think. Should
I
come up.
muted you in mine, so that might be enough for me. Actually.
As you do that, I'm gonna kick this dog out of here. Allie, out.
Oh, it's a picture. Sorry, you just gotta scroll to a picture. It's
Out.
got the thing that you can
You're annoying.
mute yourself.
But you had asked me to bamf us across with Dwindle. I believe I'm able to, but we have to go out just a little bit anyway. Because I think the bridge was 20 feet or something.
Yes.
Last time I had to. But yeah, I'll step slightly out onto the bridge if anyone wants to join, and then have Dwindle teleport 15 feet.
Okay.
All right, I already started walking out. I'm not sure if that would do anything because I already rolled to see what would happen.
Question: did this work for you guys? I just disabled my voice broadcasting.
Well, I'm just going to mute you on my side. That should help.
It's working for me now, but I did also mute you, so I'm not sure.
I haven't had.
Because I'm getting you from
problems.
both Discord and from Roll20.
Yeah, I because of how I set up I have very minimized things. I actually cannot right click and get any additional effects on my guy. It basically says just reset player or reconnect. That's it.
All right.
So yeah, Tabs, you start walking out, and as you're walking out, you walk maybe like 2-3 feet before our board starts to have that tension of breaking from underneath your foot.
Alright.
There, you can feel it. wobble on you a little bit when you step on it.
All right, I'll do a mirthful leap forward.
Okay.
Now I gotta see how far I can actually. What does standing jump? How far does that bring me? What? Why does this not bring up rules? It's probably under rules for movement.
If you're looking for the jump, if you just go to your D&D Beyond and go to your movement, if you click on it, it should bring up all the information. Go to walking speed.
Oh, jumping. Okay. When you make a jump, you cover
half the distance of your total strength score.
Okay, good. It's good. It's not the modifier. Otherwise, I'd be like, I go backwards. All right, so I would then move I would move 4 feet plus. Where's my dice here? 1d8. Where's my d8?
Oh, you have like a special kind of jump?
I jump forward 5 feet.
Woo!
And I'll try hopping my way across.
Okay. Make me another athletics check then.
All right. So
Unless
after my
Levi
first
maybe
jump-
wants to potentially help him, since he is already across.
Okay, after my first jump, I land with an 18.
Okay, you're fine.
And I'll jump again, because that'll give me, what is it now? That's like 10 feet across, so...
Yeah, basically your next jump is going to be not too much of a jump.
I go another 12 feet, my second jump.
Okay.
So I'll hop, then a leap. So that should hopefully get me across there.
Yeah, basically you're at the point where the first two boards that were broken the other day broke. So you're at that point, and you could just literally just go whoop, a little leap. You don't even have to roll or anything. You just
All right, well, let's get off the bridge then.
get off. Yeah.
Did the BAMF work?
Yes, it did.
Okay, so no save for us?
No, you guys are fine.
All right, well, I will scout ahead on the trail. See if I can find any tracks or anything that might look like they're going off of the path at all.
Okay. With that, make a survival check. Or investigation.
The survival. Click that. Come on, roll. There we go.
Okay. So you notice a few different sort of sets of tracks. One of them seems to be an animal. It's some sort of hooved animal. You know it's not your own. But you can depict that it is something a little bit larger than you are, and it is going off the path entirely and into the grass fields. The other set of tracks are human. They're thick leather boot sort of tracks going off into a similar direction, but it seems like it's a little bit off-centered from it.
The hoof tracks. Does it look like, sorry, like one creature or just multiple creatures?
One creature.
Okay, and it's going off into the fields?
Going off into the fields, yeah.
Alright, so I'm assuming that's probably a farmer or something, like, with a cow.
If I examine it, are they horse or satyr?
Well, he knows that it's not satyr, judging by his own feet. But that would be a nature check if you want to make that to determine what kind of species it might be.
All right.
I mean, I'll point them out to you, I guess. Well, you might see them as I'm looking at them. Now.
Ooh, I don't know nothing.
Yeah, you go, oh, that's a hoof.
I can confirm it.
Yep.
Now, when we saw the shrine, was there a fork in the road?
It was an L.
Oh, it's an L.
It was an
Okay.
L. Yeah.
All right. Well, we found the cave. We can always go back to town. See if we can suss out another likely location, then head out again.
Why don't we just follow these for now and see what's going on?
I mean, if you want to follow them, I guess the direction it's going. If I remember correctly, this is going back towards the town, is it not? Going to the fields, the footprints.
So the fields is going off the path entirely, not necessarily away from town, but off to the side of town.
Is it a quadruped or a biped?
Quadruped.
So it's a four-legged thing.
Correct.
Well, there's a boot prints too. Well, you know what? If you guys want to go follow these, might as well just follow the boot prints then.
I shrug, thinking it's kind of unnecessary if it's just a farmer's.
So do I. I think it's probably just a farmer, but
Farmers see things. Farmers
I mean-
know things. And I stare off into the distance.
all right. I mean, we don't really have any other leads. If you want to go talk to the locals, I'll start tracking the prints, and you guys can follow along if you'd like.
Okay.
I will follow.
So you start making your way through the grass. Once you actually start hitting the grass, it gets a little bit harder to keep track of where the actual tracks are, but you still manage to follow them as easily as you probably could. You get farther and farther away from the volcano, and you feel that the heat from the volcano area is starting to just diminish entirely, and it's actually starting to be a nice, cool, refreshing breeze on you guys. You do eventually get to a point where the heat starts increasing again.
Okay. But we're still in grasslands, correct?
Correct.
Okay, it can't be too dangerous if we still got grass around here. I'm sure it probably gets singed if it's starting getting too hot, so might as well keep following the tracks.
Okay. So you keep following the tracks. It's still fairly distinguished within the grass itself. The grass is starting to slowly dissipate and just turn into flat dirt, but it is a couple tufts of grass here and there, here and there. At one point, you do begin to notice something else within, but you can't quite tell what it is within the tracks.
All right. I'll squat down then and see if I can get a better look at them.
Okay. With that, nature or perception. I'll give you either one of those.
Well, I will do. I don't get to use it very often, so I will do a nature one.
Okay. Okay. So, with that roll, you do notice that mixed in with the track and mixed in with the dirt are faint traces of blood.
Huh. All right. Well, it looks like a quarry was injured. Oh, possibly. And I'll point out that there's blood in the tracks.
Does it look like it's the boots bleeding or the quadruped bleeding?
You can't quite tell.
I was wondering if it was more centered on
boots. If we're following boot tracks and there's blood mixed in with the tracks, then the blood would have to be on the boots. So it could be the person was injured, or perhaps they butchered something along the way.
Must be fresh boots if they're still bleeding.
So, there's only one way to find out. Might as well
You're right.
go onward.
Taste it.
Oh, I will. Yeah. I'll focus on the tracks. You guys keep an eye on the area.
I'll be keeping an eye for anything sneaking up on us.
Okay.
I'll keep moving forward, following these things.
Okay. So you keep following, and eventually you come across a river. And now this is just a normal river, but there's still quite a bit of heat coming from the direction you're going towards. And as you finally push through most of the grass, and there's basically very minimal grass at this point, there's just deadfall all over the place. and it's just dried up, dead trees and grass and anything else you can think of in between.
Have you ever seen a more horrific sight?
It almost looks like a fire came through here.
How recent does it look?
Not recent at all, actually. It looks like it has been. It's been at least like a couple years or so.
Are the tracks totally lost in this burn, or is they still easy enough to follow?
Nope, they are still easy enough to follow. The tracks are fairly fresh.
All right, we seem to be gaining on this person.
You keep going, and basically this river comes into full view. It's a fairly small river, but standing next to it is the creature in question. I'm actually gonna do.
What's it look like?
Oh, so we got I thought it was going to be a cow. Are the boots and the boot tracks still come to here?
The boot tracks have actually stopped at this point. You can no longer see the boot tracks.
Huh. Alright, well that seems puzzling. Was there signs of a scuffle, or did they just disappear?
They disappeared well beforehand, so you can't quite really tell. They kind of mixed in with a lot of the deadfall that happened, so you don't know which direction the boots actually went from that point on.
Does this stag appear like it's on fire?
Yes. And
I was just gonna whisper of fire spirit or something.
So upon further inspection, so this particular stag is currently drinking from the water, but as soon as you guys come into sight, it turns. And as it turns towards you guys, you notice that the face of this stag is a humanoid face. But it's not like a straight human face itself, it's a mask.
I fire an arrow at it.
What?
Okay.
All right, well, you already fired an arrow at it. I wasn't going to do that.
Oh, I'll definitely fire an arrow at it.
Okay.
That is Satan incarnate right there.
Go ahead and make a roll for an attack.
Woo!
Yeah, that definitely hits it. And as he rolls for some of that sweet, sweet damage, can I get everybody to roll me initiative, please? And thank you.
Alright.
Ooh, you got a good roll for initiative there, Shaw.
Oh, I forgot to bring my token out.
It had to happen eventually. Although it's not showing up in the chat. What the hell?
It showed up in the chat, initiative 18. Oh no, sorry, it's tabs.
No, I got a 16 plus 6 to 22, but it didn't show up, which I'm curious.
Maybe.
Oh, I don't think. Oh, you know what it is? On this computer, I don't have the Roll20 app thing, so I will install that really quick.
That's okay. I have D&D Beyond open, so I was at least able to see that.
Oh, you did actually see it?
Yeah, I saw it on Beyond on here.
Yeah, if you're in the same party, it pops up. I saw that 22, and I was like, nice. Whoa! Madeline and Dwindle getting a 20 with just a natural roll, practically.
Start.
This initiative is too damn high.
I am not particularly fazed.
Your roll disagrees.
Yeah. It's because
Damn.
I want to save the dear man.
Yeah, picture oh god, what the hell? Mononoke.
Yeah, I did already.
Okay, that's literally where I got this from.
Okay,
I wanted to ask, off first glance, the face mask that you're talking about, is it like Mononoke, where it's like a nice chill mask, or are you talking like it's got a bloody human face glued to it?
So, what it currently has on its face, so the shape of the head is like a human, with the big antlers and everything, but the mask itself is like the mask that you previously saw on the boar creature. So it's a porcelain mask with red paint marks on it, and it's got black eye sockets and nothing else.
Is it very? Is it evil looking? Like kind of like the evil mask we already have?
Well, that's
I mean,
dependent on how you
define
interpret it.
evil.
Guys, can someone remind me about the evil mask we already have? When did we get this?
Killed the thing in the grotto by the Fae portal. We tried it on to see what it did, and as we thought it was evil, tried to eat my face.
Oh, the gross mask.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
So-
I remember it a little bit now.
One has acid on the inside that presumably turns you into some kind of golem creature, and this one here presumably turns you into a deer.
True.
Okay, so we
Also,
have.
there was a boar that was infected in Mononoke. Are we can get a cease and desist?
No, the boar and the boar was coincidental. I created the boar before I even created the stag, so I'll be honest on that one. I was like, well, now I'm gonna create the stag. Oh wait, what if I do this? Yeah, no, that was actually completely coincidental. But Stroll, you're up first.
Oh, well, if you want to just move me around on the map, I wasn't sure where I should come in at, so.
Okay, so you guys would be coming in. Actually, yeah, you'd be right in the front. Yeah, actually, that's pretty much where I had anticipated you guys coming in. Seeing the
Okay.
river. Yeah. So coming in from this direction.
Is this good distance, or should I be further back?
I would say if you want to be further back, but depending on how far Levi...
Because I'm just wondering when I would first catch sight of this thing.
We should probably all be further back.
Probably be like right back here then.
Okay, yeah, then I'll
Yeah.
probably be back there. Yeah.
Okay. I was not anticipating fighting this thing, but I hear just the arrow shot, and I instinctually flinch, and I look over and see it's Levi who shot at. I'm like, wait, we're fighting? We're fighting?
If you say that, you just hear huntings.
I'm gonna pull out my dagger, and I will. Is there anything to break up the cover, or is it pretty just flat all the way
Nope,
across?
there's nothing aside from the boulders that are right by that river there.
Yeah. Then the grass is pretty short.
Yes.
Okay. I will just strafe sideways, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I will take the. I will bonus action dash 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I will take the dodge action. That's my turn.
Okay. Next up is Mandolin. Also, can you guys hear the music?
Yes.
Little bit.
Fabulous.
Ren, is that what you thought I'd be happy about?
Yes.
Okay.
Given the fact
I didn't
that
notice
you're...
it.
Well, because
I had
you're
my own-
not here,
I can
so...
hear it through your speaker. Your microphone. That's what I can hear it from. So.
Yeah, because I actually have a speaker set up on its own microphone right now. And it's just the microphone I would normally be using.
Dwindle, keep on going. Dwindle dash. I don't know if I can make dwindle dash.
I
It is quite.
don't
faint.
know.
And I'm just gonna try and reach out to the thingy telepathically and say, I could get them to stop if you show us you mean no harm. And then I'll. Yeah, my turn.
You're lying.
It responds with a... And it just kind of stamps its hoof a little bit. And it does 2 stomps.
2 stops. That's all I can do. I guess I'll tell Dwindle to teleport me 15 more feet in history. So
Okay.
he runs up here, then we go.
Okay. Next up is Fire Deer. How fast can we go? Oh, actually. Yes. here.
Ooh.
Just out of reach. Dang. Okay. With that, he's gonna ready an attack action with his horns. He's gonna bow his head and just ready to charge at you, Mandolin.
Oh.
And that will be his turn. Levi, you're up.
Alrighty. I think everyone knows what I'm gonna do, and that is send an arrow. Oh no.
It basically goes over its head and catches a bit on fire from the flames it's producing.
Woo. Second attack. Come on. Yeah! That's
Alright.
the ticket. So, wait, what's going on here? Oh, it automatically added my crit damage. I was gonna, like, it made it a 2d6 already. I was like, oh, cool. And then, because of Piercer, I actually get to do...
Reroll the 1 and make it a 1. Nice.
Yeah, I get to reroll that 1, and I think I also do an extra crit dice. On crit roll additional... Okay, so it already added, I guess, the additional dice, so I just have to do... I don't know, wouldn't have done an additional dice, because it just does the base crit. So I'll roll additional 1 here. Yep. Fantastic, and then instead of the 1, it will be this. Wow, that's fantastic.
I think something's wrong there. Because you're getting +3s to all those, like to the second two. You shouldn't be getting +3, I don't think, right?
Yeah, I have to reduce the +3. You're right. Yeah, so those are just 6s. Those last two.
Okay.
Pretty hard to get a 9 on a d6, is what I was saying.
Yeah, it's an 8 and then 2 6s, so we got a beautiful 20 damage there. Oh wait, no, I also have an extra attack after that too, so.
This is Dread Ambusher.
Yeah, I believe that is a D8 that I rolled for that, though. I'm just gonna double check that.
Yeah, and that's on your extra attack?
Yeah.
An extra d8 damage?
Yeah, so I take another additional attack, so. Yep. That is crazy.
Pew, 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 pew,
Hope of this hits, so. Oh no, I think I'm gonna lose out my Dread Ambusher. Super sad.
Yeah, sorry.
Well, I crit, so I felt it would have been too much anyways.
Yeah, you did, what is this, 9, 6, 8? That's what you said? That's pretty damn good damage.
It is.
Off one hit.
Yeah, not too bad. Bonus action. Not gonna do anything there. I will end my move.
Fabulous. Tabs, you're up.
Alright, I'm just looking on in horror. I'm just going to yell at Livy, like, what the hell? Does this look like some common deer? This could have been a lead. We could have tried talking to it. What are you doing? And with that, I am just going to take a dodge, because that's it. Well, I'm going to actually move away from Livy a bit.
Okay.
Move over here and take a dodge.
I
Okay,
killed the last one, no one complained.
The last one attacked us.
No, the last deer. I killed Charlie or whatever his name was.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Shoal was all supporting of that one. He's like, yeah, let's kill that named deer.
Well, we didn't know it had a name. We were just looking for a deer to hunt.
You can't expect Levy not to hunt.
Shoal, you're up.
I'm still kind of torn. I see it was doing a thing with Mandolin. Levi's still shooting at it. I'm going to yeah, I'm basically going to do dash movement, and I'll hide behind this boulder, and I'm just surveying the situation, trying to figure out what the hell's going on. So I will attempt to hide. I also, Mandolin's words kind of rang in my head about we were we had all these things we were trying to do. 20 on the stealth roll, by the way.
Perfect. As you happen to go behind that boulder, you do see a big old pile of blood with a bunch of torn limbs.
Oh!
So you,
Looking
you are
at
currently
this,
you are currently crouched in a puddle of blood.
can I see the source?
Yeah, it's the torn up body that's right at this puddle of blood.
I'm going to, seeing this, I'll stand up and put my hands up like, kill the deer! Kill the deer!
Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah,
Okay.
it kind of ruins the hide, I think, but
Yep.
Yep.
that was key information, I thought.
Alright, Mandolin, you're up.
I'm just gonna take a step forward and do the like little Ubu movie animal reach out to give it a pat on the head. Let me know if it punches me first or whatever.
Yeah, so because it did ready the attack action, it's gonna swing at you. That is a 15 to hit.
That hits.
Ooh. Damn.
Okay, so that's 6 piercing damage. Oh, sorry, that's 6. Wait, what? Oh, yeah, okay, never mind. That's 6 fire damage.
Do I take that?
You're resistant to it right now.
I thought I was absorbing it entirely or whatever. I'll take whatever though. I just healed. Took 3.
And it's 8 piercing damage.
8 piercing damage. I'm gonna keep going through with my pet thing as if it looks fine, and I'm gonna try and rip off the mask.
Okay. So you grab a hold of the mask, and it is definitely just like full on attached to its face. You're like basically starting to pull its skin at this. And so
pull its skin off.
you can make an attempt to try and pull it out. Please make a strength check.
About as good as it gets.
Just a regular strength check, not athletics.
Yeah, it's the same. I'm not proficient.
Okay. So you pull, and it's just ripping the skin. You can see the blood starting to trickle down its face, but eventually it does just full on buck you off. And it bucks you 5 feet away from it. There you go. But the
Let's keep going.
when you kind of regain your ground, the mask does kind of stitch itself back up.
Could probably kill it here. Dwindle just be annoying, thanks. And Dwindle does a little dodge dance in front of it.
Okay. Fair. So we're moving on to the fire deer now. It's gonna stare Levi down hard. It's gonna go. Right in here. And it's gonna do its bow thing again, but then it's gonna kind of rear up onto its hind legs. And I'm gonna need... Oh, no. It's gonna rear up onto its hind legs, and kind of like a gust of flame just kind of bursts from its antlers. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Can it be a dex save instead? I'm better at those. Oh god, I'm really not good at those.
Oh no! Dwindle will shoot fire at it just in case it's not immune. I don't even know if he can. Never mind, don't worry about it.
Ah, shit. I didn't think this was actually gonna happen. Okay. So congratulations, Cody, you are cursed.
Woo!
Oh.
This is a homebrew curse that is very specific.
He's a weredeer, now he has to learn a lesson. about being hunted at sight.
So I'm gonna read it out here real quick here. On a failure, the targets are then cursed and will receive disadvantage on all checks and throws until the curse is lifted. To lift the curse, the players must take 1 level of monk and find their inner peace.
Okay.
Must. I think the worst thing you could have done to someone.
No, he
Oh,
can just
man.
have the curse forever. It's fine.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take the curse forever. I'm not ever gonna become a monk. That sounds like the worst thing ever. Could you guys imagine being a monk class? Oh, like, that's the worst class. It's disgusting.
So yeah, you are now suffering from this curse.
All right.
Disadvantage on all checks?
Disadvantage on all
Yep.
checks.
Yup.
Was there anything else? Just checks?
Just checks and throws.
That's like a save, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, so just disadvantage on like everything.
Except attacking, basically.
Yeah.
Ooh-wee! Ooh-wee! I'm gonna go ahead and run.
That's why I did not think that was gonna happen.
So basically, what happened is I got boned, and to be unboned, I have to bone myself by becoming a monk.
Well, we can get a greater restoration. I mean, there's that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
No,
the DC on that wasn't even that high.
I mean, there are spells to remove curses, so.
no, it
Yeah.
can't be broken. It can't be broken unless I become a monk. You can't just erase it. It's too powerful of magic.
Well, then there's always a wish.
We're gonna do a whole campaign with disadvantage. Just to
Yep.
get.
Just to avoid being a monk.
We'll take wish, and then we'll just wish you had 1 level in punk.
Roasted.
How about this? I'll take it as my 21st level.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, with this curse, that character's not making it that long, but
No.
All right.
Death save.
Yeah, so that's the end of its turn. Levi, you're more than welcome to take your revenge.
Yep, I'm gonna send an arrow at it and another arrow at it. Yeah! Revenge is coming!
So yeah, of course, both of those hit for sure.
So, roll the base one. I am going to re-roll that because that was garbage. So, we're going to do 8, and then we're going to roll for the crit. So, that's going to be 6 plus 3. And then roll an additional dice. So, another 5 on top of that.
Okay.
So 22?
Yes.
Yeah, got it. Okay, cool.
And just because I am arrogant as heck, after firing those arrows, I'm going to walk into melee range and just stare at its face. Just eye it down. Just like,
So speaking of eyeball, your crit landed right in that socket.
oh, yeah. As a bonus action, can I attempt to pull it out?
Wait, did you take your bonus action yet?
No, I just took my...
You can certainly try to do that. I will allow that.
As a bonus action, as I'm staring down, I just will go and try to pull the arrow out.
Make a strength check with disadvantage.
Oh, crap, I forgot about that already. Okay, so... Disadvantage, there we go. Well, not bad.
I see a 0.
So do I.
Oh, sorry, it was... I guess it... because
I saw 11 appear in D&D, but in here I see a 0.
It's an 11.
Okay, so you rip it out. The blood just starts pouring right out of the eye. Kind of like that spraying moment right when you pull it right out. So you have your bloody arrow that's slightly singed from the fire.
Fantastic. I'll end my turn just staring in the face like, what's you on about?
Perfect. Tabs, you're up.
It's like, damn it. Fine. I'm gonna rush in as I see him approaching this thing. And I'll sideswipe with my claws. I'm gonna use Primal Savagery. 23 to hit.
Perfect. Go for it.
And that is 15 acid damage.
15. Ooh. Yeah, he's a little hurt.
And,
That would stink so bad.
and then I don't have any bonus actions, so I think that'll be it for me. That'll be it for me, yeah.
Okay. Going to the top of the round, Shoal.
We'll be deploying the cat missile. So 65 feet to get into touching territory. So that's going to be full movement of 30, 60 with the bonus action dash, and then my feline agility, which gives me another 25-ish.
Yep.
So I will go up, make one attack, and I will back off to about there. So I will mark. So I'm going. God, stop. Going about here. Boop, and I will make the one attack with the dagger that I had drawn.
So you're rushing forward, attack, and then moving back again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Squashbuckler OP.
As far as the tabaxi thing, this is kind of ridiculous sometimes. 18, does that hit?
Yes, it does.
7 plus 6, really rough on the sneak attack, but 13 damage is 13 damage.
Perfect. So at this point in time, the deer is starting to kind of kneel down onto both of its kind of knees, whatever you want to call them. It's on its legs. And it's just kind of hunched over now. It's still alive. It's still breathing.
Yeah, that was my whole turn.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mandolin, you're up.
Man, is just enjoying the music.
Yeah, the nice classical chords there.
I
Yeah.
go over there. Dwindle
Look.
goes over there. He does his little dancey dance, and I look at the gross body.
The sad part is I can't actually hear the music.
They used to come down and
It
So-
kind of reminds me of the like menu music, beginning menu for Baldur's Gate. Ooh, second.
I guess I couldn't actually dash. Okay, it won't do anything with Dwindle, but I'll dash.
Okay, so you do see the mangled up body that is behind this boulder. It's just basically a body that's been shredded.
I might as well see if it's anyone I recognize that I saw in town real quick. I imagine he's too destroyed, but maybe I recognize something.
From the parts that you do see, you note that the body present is human.
Okay. And I'll just chill. Like, I can't hurt it. You guys heard it.
And that's the end of your turn.
Yeah.
Okay. So the fire deer is struggling right now. In terms of what he's gonna try and do, he is gonna try and do a hoof attack towards you, Tabs.
All right.
it fears me. Fear me.
That is a 16 to hit.
I'll dodge out of the way of that one then.
Okay. I'm gonna just mute this particular site right here if I can. There we go. So you guys don't have to hear that. Okay, so you dodge out of the way. He's gonna try and do the same attack towards you there, Levi.
Alrighty.
And he misses horribly.
Oh, he fears me, as he should.
He basically goes to do the attack and just stumbles just from the wounds that he's already taken. And that will be the end of his turn.
Excellent. Because I am a cocky shit, I am not even going to use my bow. I got in close range. I am going to unarmed strike him. I'm going to go for, since he's been low, like he dropped his knee, I'm going to knee him in the face. Grab the antlers and knee him to the face.
'Kay.
Come on, we're... Oh my god, another crit! What is this?
Kirsten's still getting crits. Holy crap.
Well, it doesn't matter because it's only 3 damage because it's unarmed strike.
You know what's funny? 3 damages is what it needed.
Yeah! The cockiness pays off.
So
Man,
this
if only
deer
you
is
could
now
special.
dead.
Boom! Successfully, I place a foot on top of its corpse and just kind of look at everyone else like, yeah, I know you're impressed.
So yeah, now you have a dead spirit deer thing.
Is it still flaming? Is it
It's-
material?
The flames are starting to extinguish.
I will come up out of curiosity, kind of like looking at like, is it actually like a material thing still, or is it starting to like fade, or any weird ways?
No, it is just a body. It's just as the flames start to dissipate, you do see that the body itself is like it's brown fur, with some like white trims and whatnot. But it is kind of like this really big honking beast of a deer. It's even bigger than the average deer.
So it still's got one of those masks on.
It still has one of the masks on, yeah. To put in perspective, this is considered a monstrosity size.
Oh,
Okay.
He's a big boy, but like he's a lanky boy.
I have advantage against monstrosities.
Oh,
Well, turned out it just worked.
yeah.
That would
Sure.
explain all the crits.
I can like track them super easily.
Looking at you two guys, I will mention there's a body behind that rock over there. This thing, I think it killed whoever was following it. I'm gonna take my knife. I'm gonna try to pry the mask off if I can. If it looks like it's gonna burn me, I might try to be more careful.
Sure, maybe not wear this one, alright?
Hey, we were all in agreement we wanted to see what the last one did. So
So, when you put it that way, try this one on too.
I'm pretty confident what this one will do. Maybe we'll get that kid in town to wear it. Who knows? Still taking the mask off.
Okay, so it takes a little bit of a struggle, but with your knife in hand, you're able to just basically cut the damn thing off the face.
Okay. Yeah. It looks comparable to the other mask that we procured?
Yeah, it definitely does.
Schultz, that's my trophy.
I'm just gonna say 1 second. I'm just gonna pull out my mask, the one that I had, and I'm just gonna look at kind of like both in general. Do they kind of have like the same sort of texture inside as well? Like
Yes.
the same.
Yeah, so it's made out of a porcelain-like material. They're kind of like the same sort of designs themselves. Like it looked like they were done by at least the same person, if anything.
Yeah. They don't seem to react to each other being held so close.
No.
I will toss Levi the other one.
Fantastic. I appreciate it.
It didn't occur to me that I also stabbed this one. So, yeah, trophies.
I'd like to examine its corpse and kind of see if there's anything that kind of stands out about it. Like, I might take its
Outside the human
antlers, for
face?
example. Yeah, outside the human
Yes,
face.
yeah.
Like, does it look like it has quality pelt or antlers that I could harvest?
Yeah, so if you're gonna do that, please make me a nature or a medicine check.
Oh, now with disadvantage.
You can always ask. You could ask someone to help you or do it for you.
Skin it for you?
Sean, would you like to assist me in this? I feel not as effective as I normally.
Sure.
All right, fine. I'll just leave it to you guys.
I would have said to let him do it, but you definitely don't get advantage. You would only get straight rolls at
Oh,
best.
right. So
Correct.
I'd
So
get the first one.
yeah, and Mandolin, if you want to make me some investigation checks here.
Go.
All right. Well, if you want to,
use my passive to assume I go over it over time.
Yeah.
15 in passive investigation.
Sorry, I had my sheets here. Being on a different computer is not helpful. Where?
oh, I was just gonna say, yeah, if they're working on the pelt, I guess I could just remove the rack while they're working on that one.
They want deer boobs.
No.
Sorry, I was gonna probably take the rack first, but it doesn't
What?
really matter. As long as we're getting it done.
25 for removing the horns.
Yeah,
Nice.
you just chop them right off.
All right, I'll put those off to the side.
I am curious about this rack of horns compared to the one I got off Charlie. Do these still have like that fiery aspect to them, even though it is dead?
They do seem singed. But you yourself right now cannot quite tell anything particular about these horns. You can tell that they are larger and more almost brittle in comparison to the others.
Ooh. Well, then they probably won't make for a good bow. That's unfortunate.
You do also manage, if you are intending to take the pelts off, you do take some of it off. It's not in a very pretty manner, but you're able to just skin it.
Okay, so we got pelt and a rack.
Yeah.
Does anybody want the heart? I'm asking this to the two of you that are there.
I'll say if you want, you can have it. I'm more interested in the rest of the meat. Now you pulled the mask off. Is it truly a human face underneath?
No, you pulled. It was as if the mask was the face.
Oh, that's almost worse.
Going to Mandolin for 2 seconds here. What you do find, aside from just like black leathers, like there's just a bunch of different types of black leathers. You find a dagger, and you find a small coin purse that has 20 silver pieces and 10 gold pieces.
So nothing that might. I guess I'll take the dagger. I'll toss the gold hat pouch to whoever's our treasurer. But does that dagger have any kind of discerning features? Do I think his loved ones would be able to tell it's his dagger?
So when you look at the dagger, it's kind of a weird jagged dagger. It's not a standard straight one, so it does have a bit of a weird jagged design to it, like a zigzag.
Okay. Yeah, I'll take that with me then, just to.
The dagger, if he ever shows it, does it look like? You see, like the guy's wearing a lot of black leathers. Does this guy look like he might be like a thieves guild kind of guy?
Roll me a history.
History?
History.
Do I get advantage?
Mm-mm.
I mean, always someone shady. They can't just like leather.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
God,
So this particular individual, yes, is dressed in black leather. You can't quite depict where this person may have been from, but this is a shady individual.
He just died, Miranda. Be cool.
I created this world. I can say whatever I want about dead people.
yeah. I'll just make a mention to Mendelin, like basically just saying like the thing this guy was affiliated with, maybe not Thieves Guild, but something similar. Like just looking at his kit overall.
Okay. That's why we'll check first for his people he cared about. Thanks.
You're welcome. It's very optimistic. Yeah. Anyway,
I'll just look around the area, and I specifically want to see if there's like a den that the deer had anywhere nearby.
Nope, it's completely open field. And the river.
where was drinking was pretty close to the corpse.
Yep. Yeah, those little splatters there are blood, by the way.
Okay. Can I investigate that particular area by the water? Is there anything in the water or nearby besides the corpse that we saw?
It's blood.
Yeah, lots of blood. You do see another hand. That's
Like just a severed hand.
just a severed hand.
Check it for rings.
It does have a ring. Does it
Okay,
have a ring?
I have a question. Was this deer named like Carl or something?
Yeah, allowance with hats? Nah.
Carl.
That kills people.
Because just when I saw the hands, like, wait, you don't want a bunch of cooked hands?
Really? I got it when I was just like wearing a face. That's the first thing that came to mind.
Yeah, Jesus. Yeah, that hand, does it have a ring on it or anything like that?
Yeah, so it does have one silver band ring around the ring finger.
Okay,
I'm married.
So I'm looking at Madeline, knowing that she wanted identifying things. I'm going like, you, and I take the silver ring off the finger. Like, I'm like, here you go. Ugh. And I'm gonna wash my hands off in the water and be like, fuck.
I'll like grab the hand, try and pull the ring, but it's a little swollen from water. So I'll spit on his finger and start to like twist it off. And then
I was hoping I got it off. This is much worse.
I thought you just passed me the hand.
Oh, I thought I pulled the ring off. I was like, oh, gross. Threw you the ring and then washed my hands. Yours is much better. Yours is much better. I like to think I flicked it at you with my dagger or something, where I didn't really want to touch it.
And I'll look at the gross, bloody water cork ring and see if it's anything special.
Yeah, so the ring does have some sort of engraving on it. It looks like it's a name.
What's the name?
The name is Cheryl.
Okay. Does this hand look feminine?
No, it does look masculine.
Oh, the lady had dude hands.
I just wanted to check real quick if does this guy have two hands, or is this like pretty clearly his hand?
The one-handed man.
No, I mean like does the corpse have two hands and this is a third hand, or is there only two hands present at the scene?
We'll just have to start collecting the pieces and putting them together, see if we can make the puzzle work.
Yep, I will reassemble this man as a corpse machine.
Congratulations, This is how you find the fire sage. So so no,
He's just a hand.
He's just a hand. So yeah, the corpse does have two hands, so this is a third hand.
Okay, well I will mention that. I'll say this is a third hand. He's got two hands. So this deer might do this often. You know, you come here often, but it's with mass murder.
Yeah, I'm thinking it probably lured people here. Like, let itself be seen and walked them out here. I don't know why. Seems awfully involved.
Can I,
Are there more corpses?
Yeah, knowing this, can we maybe walk up and down the river and see what we see?
I mean, potentially this was a crime of passion. Maybe the deer and Cheryl were like a couple, and then this mystery man in leather was like an angry admirer, and then he killed her out of spite, and then in self-defense the deer killed the man, and then we killed the deer. It's just like a Greek tragedy.
So going back to Levi for 2 seconds here, do you end up pulling the deer pelt off?
Yeah, I'll get the entire pelt off, or as much of it as possible.
As you pull the pelt off, you do notice something is stuck inside the pelt, and you notice it's an arrowhead. But
That's
it's not
one of my own.
Correct.
I would like to retrieve it.
When you pull the arrowhead out, it's an obsidian arrowhead.
Ooh. Yeah, I think that's all I'm going to do. I'm gonna get that pelt wrapped up in a fashion where I can sling it or connect it to my bag without putting it inside, and I will start joining the rest of the group that seems to be.
I'll bring you the antlers too, so you can just tie them up with the pelt. Let's make a bundle out of it.
Yeah, I appreciate it, and we'll do that.
Okay. So as you guys are pacing back and forth along the river, you don't see any other pieces to this missing body.
Does it look like this thing was eating these corpses? Kind of macabre, but does it look like they were eaten or just scattered?
Also, well, because we might be out walking about for a while, and I don't want this to stink, I'm going to use gentle repose on the pelt.
Perfect.
So that should stop it from rotting for 10 days.
Beautiful. Nice. It looks like that the body parts were just scattered.
I'm gonna toss towards Shull the little obsidian arrowhead. Found this on the DS.
You don't say. Looking at it, does it look like obsidian from like my home, like the same sort of style of carving, or is it just like, or even like looks like it might have been from that kind of like? Because just like obsidian's a big part of where my guy was from.
Yeah, so please make me a history check, but with advantage.
The backstory finally mattered. Not the shipping stuff. Man, I gotta turn that little boot back on. 17.
So with the 17, you do recall a small like a kind of like a warehouse that was in charge of making more elite sort of gear using the obsidian that was mined within your town. You don't necessarily recall of them making arrowheads, so this is kind of a little bit of a unique one for you. But you do recall them making weapons such as daggers, such as the one you have, knives, shields, and armor sets.
Sorry, who was making this?
It was a small, kind of like a manufactured warehouse sort of situation. Like everybody was bringing the obsidian to this one location.
Like, and this was on my home isle,
Yes.
like
Yes.
the fishing village.
Yes.
They were making armaments. I will mention I've seen parts of this before I left. They were making some weapons, but I guess we're not too far. But interesting to see it in this situation. I'll flick it back to him. I'm like, you might want to use it. They're pretty good.
I catch it and give a gentle nod.
Hurts like a bitch. Tends to splinter if you hit something hard, like a bone. Yeah, that's it.
Did you find any clues over here?
Not particularly. Looks like this guy might have been Thieves Guild or some other type of low life. I look at the bodies. I don't think it was eating it, which is kind of worse, but also, flaming spirit deer. Who the hell knows what that thing was doing?
We found another hand, and it had a Cheryl ring.
This is true.
So did the body, the gentleman blacks, there's no identifications?
Not that I could find. He just had this cool dagger.
Unfortunate.
I'm gonna ask around in town to see if anyone recognizes it. Maybe we could get some info later. But I think he might have just been some guy, some poacher guy, who was not good at it.
Potentially. Does it look like you say that we found this dagger? Was there any sign of a bow in this area or someone who actually was using arrows? You say this thing kind of one random shot in it.
Yes, so you don't see a bow. For all you know, it's with the rest of the missing body.
It seems like a few things have tried to, or a few people have tried to kill this thing.
Oh, that's that hand we found. You said the body was humanoid. This other hand, what did it look like?
Humanoid.
It'd be. I'm just gonna make a point, to say, it is odd that there's two humans out here. This whole place seems to be, almost anything but as the majority. I wonder if they came here specifically for this thing, or maybe or to pilfer, maybe like the bandits or something. Who knows?
That could be it. Maybe they're after the masks. Maybe there's other people who know what's going on.
Oh, the lady who sent us to find her journal. She said, "Find more masks, come back." They were investigating something in planes. It was Thieves Guild who stole it. These guys look like Thieves Guild. I think we're coming back full circle on this one.
Yeah, that makes sense. It sounds like, yep, that makes sense.
Shite.
Examining the blood pools that we have on either side of the river, do they lead anywhere, or are they just? Because I know we had blood coming up to this point.
Yes.
Is there no way to lead off?
No, it looks like the blood pool kind of ends there, and it looks like some of it even goes into the river itself.
Do quick question about the dagger. Does it look special, like extra shiny or in extra pristine condition at all in any way, or is it just seem like a regular dagger, just kind of janky?
It looks. Let's see if I can. I'll show you an actual image. Upload. So that's what the dagger looks like in Discord there.
In Discord. Very cool. It actually has that like Damascus sort of look. Like, is it made out of obsidian or is it made out of metal?
No, it is made out of metal. That's just kind of like an imprint design on it.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna go ahead while we're here and talking. I'll just not even ritual cast. I'll just cast it. I'll cast detect magic. Just see if I see anything on the dagger, the ring. I know the mask I will, but see if we're missing anything.
Yeah, so you do not detect anything from the dagger or the ring. It is just strictly coming from the mask, and it's coming from a very, like, heavy glow. It's like, you look at it, and the mask is, like, shining. And it's a very bright light, if you were to look at it.
These aren't magic. That thing obviously is magic. I guess, what do? Go back to the city now? I don't have a clue.
I think you're
Yeah,
right.
might as well make our way back, see if we have any. I mean, we could sell this pelt.
I think
Someone
at this point... Go ahead.
Okay, I was gonna say someone might know something about the staff, or we might have another clue somewhere. Who knows?
Yeah.
True.
I would be careful who you show the dagger to. I think the ring probably even we have to follow some part of the lead, but I think maybe we ask around about the Thieves Guild first before showing them the gear from their missing members. Or maybe when we sell the deer, we're like, hey, we killed this deer and then we found this stuff. Do you know who went missing?
So I was gonna say essentially the same. I think at this point we should probably assume that there's people out here looking for this stuff, probably the mask in particular, and that we could be associated with this killing or this just this whole quest line. So we might need to be a little bit more covert about what we're doing here.
We might want to sell it somewhere else. That might be a big one. Maybe not here. Like if we bring it to town and be like, hey, look at this deer. We like broadcast it. That kind of does paint a big target on us. Potentially, if there's more.
We could always set up a small camp outside of town with some of the stuff, and then like go into town with only, or like hide things where needed, wrap them up.
Yeah, that could be a thing.
But for now, I think we go back to town and show them the stuff we found at the other place. Yeah, like the staff and stuff. And I'll wrap up this dagger in some cloth for another time being.
Yeah.
Or just put it in my backpack, either way. And the ring, I guess. Stock them away.
Question about this thing's physique. So like the last time we fought like the bog beast thing that was like in the magic like pond area. How close like for setup was it? Because that was another quadruped kind of monstrosity thing. But it was more on the bulky side versus this one you said it was kind of spindly.
Yeah, so this one was really tall and really lanky.
And the other one was more kind of just like thick.
Yeah, like thick bitch.
Okay.
It was having its milk because it'd be thick.
Yeah.
Boy, that's a thick ass boy.
Yes.
Boy.
Okay, so you guys all go back to town?
Yeah, so
Okay.
I will check if the footprints that we saw that were boots as we're going back to town, if there's an earlier trail of those that we could try and follow back to like the thieves' camp or whatever.
Okay.
If not,
Ooh, that's a smart one.
Okay. So unfortunately, you do not make out those prints. It looks like there was too much traffic. The closer you get into town, or closer you get towards town, mixed in with your own footprints, that it kind of loses where the tracks
To
are
be fair,
actually
though,
originated from.
if they were using the common road from town, there's actually pretty good odds they were just in town at some point.
mm-hmm.
We could maybe, because we're staying at one of the probably the few inns in town. It's a pretty small town. Maybe they were there. Maybe we can ask around a little bit there. But
Worth a shot.
Okay.
yeah.
So you guys make it back into town.
We're back in the standard peasant village.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, what do you guys want to head off to first then?
What time of day is it? Like, we've been gone for. We left early-ish, I thought.
Yeah, you guys left early-ish on your way to the volcano. You guys did your stuff there. It's probably about 3 o'clock when you guys came across the deer, so you're coming close to that sunset period, making your way back to town.
Alright, well, if you're looking to sell the pelt, I'd probably start the Fletcher, because if they don't take it, they probably know someone who does.
Fair.
It's not a bad idea. Let's check that out.
For the institutions here, there's Vulcan's Forge, Perforos's Blades, Titan Armory, Trickster's Emporium, and we were staying at the White Fang Tavern.
Yeah, I'm
Good
also curious. Now, they have a big statue in the middle of town, do they not?
Yes. Of supposedly Ignifarius.
Just out of curiosity, how is it posed? Does it look like it holds anything?
Yeah, so it's posed in the way where it has a shield. And he's got his shield kind of like at the ready, and then he's holding his, like a long sword above his head, as if he's readying an attack.
Oh my god,
Okay.
does it look like our longsword, the glowing longsword?
No, it does not, but that was a coinky dink.
Does it look like our bastard sword?
No.
Damn.
Yeah.
I was thinking, Blaze, you're a
maybe-
genius.
Maybe the staff might be some type of key or something to do with the statue. I don't see any. I'll just investigate the statue a bit to see if there's any markings, like a keyhole or anything. This is pretty much a shot in the dark, but
Okay,
still worth looking at.
make an investigation check for me, please.
Okay.
It's a rock. It's a rock.
For what?
Oh well.
Who
It was a
won
shot.
that sword, by the way? Because I know you, Cody. You said Levi was going to use the two-hander. You said.
I'm using the medium bastard sword, which is, it's basically the same thing as the long sword, but it requires me to wield it with 2 hands at the moment because I don't have the specialized train to wield it with 1. But I also currently have in my possession the Moon Touch Longsword +1. I'm just not going to use it.
Might be good to show like the things that aren't sus to that family that we're kind of friends with already.
Don't we have to return these gloves?
Yep,
This is true. Yeah. The gloves we have to return.
perfect. And then we can be like, hey, also we found this staff and sword and this and this.
Yeah.
With staff.
Tell us what you think.
There's runes on the staff, right? Or etchings?
It's
Yes.
kind of an artistic piece because we don't believe it can be used for anything. So
And nobody can speak the language for the ruins, correct?
None of us, I don't think, but maybe he'll know someone who can. And he's just the only person in town we have a minor relationship with to trust.
I guess so. It's probably going to be draconic too, considering this individual was half, well, I mean, not dragonborn. So we can always see if we can find someone who speaks draconic.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's go to house.
Okay. So
We go to Vulcan's Forge.
Yeah. So you go to the forge, and it looks like Vulcan is cleaning up for the day. Pyre is nowhere to be found right now. So he's just kind of putting out his forge. He's cleaning up any of his tools. He looks like he's just kind of cleaning himself up in general as well at this time. So he's got like rags and buckets and whatnot all over.
Hey, we have your gloves, but also some cool stuff for you to take a look at. Huh?
He takes his rag. He looks at you. Kind of gives a little bit of a. All right. What do you got?
Let's go to like your back room or a private room or like a secret room. You know, not an open room.
Oh, because that's not suspicious. Why don't you
raised-
sell whatever we found? I doubt this guy's in a guild.
He raises
I
his
don't
eyebrow.
other people to see, please. Not him, not to see.
I mean, I'm waiting outside the shop anyway. I'm not inside, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I will try to present like at first, like because what we're selling probably the moon, or that's one thing we're going to show, and maybe the dagger.
I think we just show him everything, and then based on what he says, we offer to sell some of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Well,
we have the staff, the moon touch, short sword +1, the dagger.
Yeah, I do want to actually pull out the dagger and the ring. I'll pull those out after he's looked at all the other stuff, but we can start with all the other stuff.
I think start with the sword, get him interested.
Yeah.
I will retrieve that from my bag and place it on the counter. What's these things?
Are you pulling everything out or a particular one?
Moon touch short.
I still want to establish that we went not in his front room, so like maybe into his forge or something.
Okay, so because his forge is an open forge.
Okay, then not that.
So
a different room.
So he does take you into his house reluctantly, and he seats you guys in his little dining room. Pyre, you can hear him walking around up in the upper area. So you guys lay the weapons out, and he starts examining them. And he points out that you guys have found some pretty decent stuff, some stuff he's never seen before, but from what his take of it, it's very old, like super, super old stuff.
Does he have any specific insight about like the runes on the staff, or what language they might be, or who might know?
So looking at the staff, he looks at it, he looks back at you guys, he's just like, there's nothing. It's a piece of stick. It's a wood.
Okay.
No hidden message, no particular meaning, it's just fancy scribbles.
And okay, so I'll just carry on with my side. Do you know anyone named Cheryl in town?
Cheryl? Ah, no.
Okay. And I'll get a little whispery. Actually, I'll just telepath with them. I'll be like, have you seen any like thieves come into town recently? Any Thieves Guild members in black leathers?
Nah. Darkton is a peaceful town.
Rolling up on the bikes.
This guy sucks. Okay, I'll cut off the telepathy. What do you guys think? Do we just ask him if he's interested in any of it then?
you think of any place where we might be able to sell this this longsword? Or unless you're interested in it.
It's a mighty fine weapon. It's fairly old. I don't know much about the ancient history of these types of weapons. Something beyond what I know. I can't fully put a proper price on it. I can, however, give you at least 50 gold pieces right now.
I think we should find a bit more about the history, then maybe come back, you know?
I think that
agree.
would be wise. But thank you for your time and your efforts.
Of course, thank you for bringing these treasures to me.
I will just real quick insight the lad to see if he kind of felt, if he was being honest about like this is a peaceful town and nothing weird's going on.
Yeah, so with the 18, you do kind of pick up there's a little, like, a slight reluctant sort of attitude within his tone. But generally speaking, he does believe that Drakton is a peaceful town. However, it feels like maybe something happened recently that he thought about that maybe kind of sway his decision, but it's not enough to be like, no, Drakton is not peaceful.
Okay. I'll telepath you guys one at a time, just basically saying that.
Well, it's just, okay, I'll as I get it to Captain, he's up to leave. It's like, this is a shame. But we're really hoping to maybe get something out of this. These people are bad news, and if they're here, we're hoping to see them on their way. But
I trust you folks.
I nod my head and make my way out.
I feel lost, you guys. I don't know what we're supposed to be doing right now.
All right. Well,
Health needs tanning.
Perfect.
yeah, there's that, and then the honestly, like, there's some more specialty shops you could check out. I'm thinking Purpose's Blades potentially, or even the Trickster's Emporium. The that one seems like a bit of a long shot. I'd say for the staff, Trickster's Emporium. For the boots, maybe the Titan Armory, and for the sword, probably Purpose's Blades. Like, realistically, if we were to, but they might start be closing now.
you guys go do that. I'm gonna head over to the tavern. I'm going to see if I can pick up any information, maybe some rumors or something, possible leads we can check out.
I will hand the longsword to Shawl to sell, potentially sell, and I will head out to get the hide tanned.
I do have the best track record selling weapons.
You do.
True. You
Yeah.
saw them at 4,000% cost.
I will inform them. I will meet them at the tavern once I've finished acquiring an individual to tan the hide.
I'll just go as usual. Just hang out.
I would, I'd be making my way to Purpose's Blades if they're still open. I'm assuming that most things are starting to slow down by this point.
Yeah, so by this time, Perforos's Blades is closed.
If that is the case, I would make my way back to. I'll make my way to the tavern as well. People on the street, how do they seem overall? Like, have I heard any like kind of whispers about people like outside people around town, or even like a business that looks like it got attacked or turned over? Maybe like I'm just gonna walk around town just a little bit before heading back to see if any businesses like got shook down.
Yeah, what's your passive perception?
My passive perception.
Your passive.
My passive perception. That is 14.
Okay. Nobody's saying anything particular. Like, there's no, like, break-ins, no disturbances within the actual main city area. Nobody's really said anything. Nothing's come up in the news, essentially.
Did you relay that that's what you were gonna look for to me, Travis? At all?
If you were with me, I'd probably make a point at
Yeah,
some point. Yeah.
I was with you, so
Oh,
if
yeah.
if it matters, my passive is 22, and I can read lips.
So
If it makes a difference, I'll try to do the same thing essentially if he mentions it.
I'm assuming you do that, Shoal?
Yeah, I didn't know
Okay.
he was with me
Okay.
because of the setup.
Yeah, so with the 22, you're kind of in the same boat. You do pick out someone saying that there were weird individuals within town.
Oh no, it's just us.
That's us.
Yeah.
That just kind of stick out from a sore thumb that aren't like anybody else in town, but that's kind of really about it right now.
Do I see many humans at all?
You do see a couple humans here and there, like they are present, because it's humans, dwarves, half-orcs, lizard folk, dragonborn, and tabaxis within this area here.
Yeah.
Probably us. Could be someone else, but it's probably us.
Alright. So you guys
Yeah.
go to the tavern?
Yeah.
So once again, inside the tavern, you see the lovely Captain Luna with her crew that came with you guys on shore, drinking away, just like before.
I will buy how many people are in the tavern overall?
The tavern's actually pretty packed.
How much do drinks cost in said establishment?
In this establishment, considering how it's just more of like a small town vibe, each drink costs about 5 coppers. The ale itself is not the greatest ale, but it's ale.
I will ask the barkeep in a somewhat boisterous voice, like, how many casks do you have in the back?
4?
How much to buy one of your casks for all these lovely people?
Well, how much can you give me? He looks at you with just kind of like puppy dog eyes, like, really?
So how big are these casks? These are like barrels, or these like big barrels, right?
Yeah, they're gonna be big old barrels. It's kind of like he doesn't have any sort of range as to how much it's actually gonna cost for per thing, because it like sometimes he spills it when he dumps it, like when he gets the ale out, and it's like he's very clumsy when it comes to actually distributing the ale.
You said five silver per.
5 copper per. So he's gonna save about like 3 gold pieces.
For a cask?
Yes.
I'll give him 4 gold pieces. I
Alright.
was like, how about drinks for everybody?
Drinks for him. Okay. And he's rushing in the back, and like I said, he's starting to spill his drinks and everything, but he's making the rounds with all the 2 servers that are there as well.
Yeah.
Now the tavern heavily smells of this horrible ale.
Nice.
Congratulations. The floor's also got that like movie theater stickiness to it.
Ooh, wow. Well, I'm hoping that everyone's in a better mood now and more pliable.
They are getting much more rowdy than before.
I'm
Okay.
just gonna go up and mix some berries and some stuff and then go to bed.
Okay. Yeah, people eat berries.
No, they're for me.
I know.
For tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think. How did Blaze's investigation pan out?
So are you
Yeah,
gonna...
just keep my ear out for rumors. Just gonna ask about, see if anybody has any leads on like odd areas on this island, hauntings, strange creatures, stuff like that.
Okay. So a lot of what you're hearing is people actually talking about that fire deer mentions of like people who are traveling outside of town to the neighboring town, seeing this deer kind of like off in the distance, and it became kind of like a legend overnight almost. So people are like talking about that. You're hearing people kind of like talking about travelers consistently coming in and out of Dracton more frequently than usual. But other than that, that's kind of the regular talk happening. Like, how was your work day? Oh man, this so and so did this week. Yeah, it's kind of those kind of conversations after that point.
Okay. Okay, so not too much useful. Huh. Alright, well, we killed the flaming deer, so that was the only interesting lead we had.
Yeah. I was
They
hoping to like if I could hit a table that was drinking heavily in their cups.
They did
So,
mention another town, didn't they? Is there another town nearby?
Yeah, it's just like a even smaller village up the road. This
Might
this
be worth
island has
checking
2
out in the
villages
morning.
on it.
Make a note of it. Maybe we're checking out.
second village. Yeah. What's the name of the second village?
Pharos.
Small village named Theros.
Pharos.
Can you spell
Farous.
Farous? Theros on the island. Besides just asking someone like, is it like, do they do? Is just like a similar sort of idea. This place like a mining place, getting material for weapons and stuff.
Yeah, it's the same idea, just very small scale.
Pharos sounds like iron. I'm assuming they do iron there.
Yeah.
It's, I'm trying to get some people who are into their cups a little bit more, and I was gonna see if I could get them to. I was gonna try to trade stories of like crazy things I saw recently in other places to try to see if I can provoke them to telling me some of their more interesting stories around here.
A lot of the stories, again, you're hearing about is the deer, mostly.
Yeah.
Some people do note that they have ran into a particular group of people that just seemed very strange and out of characteristic for what the normal travelers come into town. And they just play them off as weirdos.
Can I like insight check whether or not they're like just being very rude and talking about this to my face?
Yeah, you can make certainly a good insight check.
Okay. Because I'm just curious who struck as weird, because I don't know if I've seen anyone weird besides like we're a little atypical, but mostly just a few of us. Not a good insight roll.
No, you're not too sure exactly what they're talking about, because you yourself, you're a tabaxi. You kind of blend in a little bit, so you're like, maybe they're talking about the others? I don't know.
I'm just gonna ask about like I'm like, oh, this group of weirdos. When did they roll through?
You learned that they rolled in about a few weeks back.
Few weeks back.
Yeah, a few
Okay.
weeks back. They were in town for a little bit, and then they haven't been around since.
Okay, so I'm gonna update the. Okay, so the weirdos, not us, came in a few weeks back. Not seen since. I'm like, oh, that is strange. Did they? I'm assuming they left north of town. Like, did they say anything about they're looking for?
They weren't looking for anything. They just came into town, stayed for a little bit, did some shopping, and took off.
Doesn't seem that weird.
Yeah, it's weird given how the fact that they didn't interact with any of the locals. They just wanted to come in, get business done, and take off. It's not the usual Dracton travelers.
Yeah, maybe things will be weirder still. Do you know, you said they went shopping. Where'd they shop? Just all around? A few places in particular?
They did, a little bit of the Blades, they did a little bit of the, the Tricksters, and all over. I mean, wouldn't you?
Yeah, probably. It's these weird people. These way they sound like they weren't humans, were they? Sounds like the weird thing they did. They sometimes seem to not interact with everyone else quite the same way, you know?
Oh, I mean, don't get me wrong. I got Jimmy over there, who's a good old buddy of mine. He and I went to school together. But
Oh, I'm not saying that, but I'm saying like were they all humans? Like was it like a weird
oh
like
no.
monopod?
I think a couple of them were elves, which is very strange. We don't typically see them around here.
Hmm. My knowledge of thieves guilds, human and elves mix, is that a little bit more common from what I've seen?
Well, have you seen much of the Thieves Guild is the real question.
Miranda, you've read my backstory.
Yeah, so you know that the Thieves Guild is a variety of different types of races. It is primarily human, but you can note, like, elves have been noted within the Thieves Guild before, like...
I was gonna say most of my trader experience was with dealing with elves as well as people, like as for like the main groups. Like that's my guy who speaks Elvish too,
Yeah,
as to represent that. But
yeah.
cool. Okay, I'm just making a note. Yeah. My gosh, well, maybe nice people. Hopefully, you never know. Maybe, next time they come back, maybe they won't seem so strange.
Who knows?
But, I'm gonna kind of keep finishing my drinks. I was like, don't let that bad ale go to waste. Just gonna keep, top up their little things with them, and I'll leave them be.
Okay.
I will mention is anyone still in the bar?
I don't believe I've made it there yet, but I'm not 100% sure. Not sure if the Tanner was open or not.
It
I
was
think-
not.
I think
Okay.
Tabs was around at some point for the rumors. I was just gonna let them know about the strange people back, how they just went to businesses and left, and now I'm gonna just tell my suspicion. I think that was probably the Thieves Guild. I think they probably dealt with some of the businesses in town, maybe pressured them, maybe tried to blackmail them or extort them, or just try to set up routes.
They left the island or just left the village?
That was the part. Remembering back to the conversation, did they say that because they said they shopped and just left, right? They didn't. I asked if they went north, and you said they just left the island.
They just said they left.
I literally specified if they went north, and they just said, "Oh, they just left."
Yeah, the person has no idea whether or not they left the island or left the village. For all you know, and for all they know, they went towards the other village or they went back to the harbor. They have no idea.
I'll just tell you that they're probably still around here somewhere. But as far as this town, they're not as open as they were. They haven't been seen. They apparently came through a few weeks back. Which, thinking back to the corpses that we saw, like I didn't say that like that way. I'm like, where we were before, like looked like there would have been a bit of a burn a little while ago. Could have been maybe around the same time. Tough to say.
Huh.
I think you're right though. We should probably check out this other town and see what's going on there. But
Yeah, well, it's worth a shot. Who knows? Maybe they have some leads.
I do think we should try the shopkeepers here one last time. I don't want to tip our hand too much, but if
At this point, do we have a hand?
yeah, that's the problem. I think that they've been pressured, and I kind of want one of them to let us in on what the hell's going on here. But
All right. Well, I think that's all we're going to get out of this lot. So I'll turn
Yeah.
in, but I just got a quick task to take care of. I'm going to head outside. And do they have any trees nearby? Any good-sized trees?
Yeah, there's a couple different types of trees. Depends on how big you're kind of looking for.
Something that looks old, an old-looking tree. That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah, so even if you go kind of like more towards that entrance gate arch thing, there's a bunch of like older trees within that area. A lot of old growths kind of stuff.
All right, I'll just find a nice old-looking tree. I'm going to just use my hands. I'm going to dig a hole at the bottom of the tree, I'm going to put the heart in it, and I'm going to bury it.
Okay.
Just as a little offering to Bruja, and then go head back to the inn.
Okay. You betcha.
Yeah, given how all this went, I'm just going to, because we rented rooms here, did we not?
At least the captain did for everyone.
Okay. Assuming we have a room, we'll go up to said room and start getting ready for the night. I don't know if we had individual rooms, if it was shared rooms at all.
That I actually don't remember. I believe they were shared rooms.
I will wait till whoever I'm sharing the room with shows up, and then I will do the usual lock the door kind of stuff and go to sleep at some point. But I'm going to make a point to really kind of guard all my shit.
Okay.
This is it's pretty warm out in this area, right?
Yes.
It's like the tropics. I'm just going to sleep outside tonight then.
Okay. By the tree?
Yeah, might as well be by the tree, where I might as well just climb up into the tree and I'll just sleep in the tree.
Okay. Done. Done and done.
Yeah.
I'll just go to my room.
Yeah. I will kind of mildly trap the door as best I can to hopefully like wake me up. Like if I got I basically just want to set up, like, does my room have a window to it or anything like that, or is it just a door?
It's a door and a window.
Okay. The window, I'm going to... does it just slide up? Does it push out? Like...
It's one of those push-out ones.
Push out ones?
Yeah.
I'm just going to lay up, what do I have? Basically I don't know. I think I have like a mess kit or whatever. I'm basically going to line up some cutlery so that if the window opens, it should fall down and hopefully make a noise.
Okay.
The door, if it goes inwards, I'm just going to bar it with a chair if there's a chair in the room.
Yeah. Okay. Easily
Just out
done.
of habit. Yeah. If no one's joining me, I will definitely be going full guard before I go to sleep.
Okay.
And I sleep with a dagger under my pillow. Yep. Going to bed.
All right. So it's a peaceful night. Nothing happens. Tabs, you wake up to the early morning sun hitting you in the face. Other than that, everybody else wakes up in their beds.
Alright, well, I might as well head make my way back to the tavern to meet up with the others.
Okay. Tabs, as you head back into the main center area, you do see Pyre literally standing there just admiring the statue.
Oh, well, I'll go up. Good morning, Pyre.
Oh, good morning!
You returned.
Oh, yeah. Every morning, I have to stand and stare at him and all of his greatness.
Oh, I see. Well, it's quite the dedication. I'm sure he'd be rather proud of you.
You think so?
Oh, definitely. We returned the gloves.
Oh, perfect. Thank you.
Yeah. Still searching. Haven't quite found anything yet. We did run into some exciting creatures last time, though.
Oh?
I'll tell him a tale. I'll make it as exaggerated and as exciting as possible about us fighting this flaming stag with the face of a man.
He's fully invested into your tale.
It's like, so we're still searching the mysteries of this island. We have not found the resting place of Ignifarius, but we did seem to find a small cave in the mountains, but it seemed to have led to a dead end.
You found the training grounds? And he gets all really excited.
Possibly. There were some swords there, and golems, and lizards made of fire, and it was a tough fight. But still no sign of Ignifarius himself. So I think we'll go off to the other village today. See if we can pick up a trail there.
Good luck. I hope you find something. The village is going to be...
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, the village is really small, so I'm not too sure if they're going to have any more information. Dracton was Ignifarius' home. Pharos is just the small little branch off, if you will. It started off as a mining community.
Out of curiosity, we heard there was some shady characters hanging around town recently, making the rounds to all the shops. Did you happen to run into any of these?
Shady characters, shady characters.
Stop talking about me behind my back.
I mean, there were some really weird people that came into the forge and asked Dad a few questions, but they seemed pretty nice to me.
Us again.
Okay. Oh, we just heard rumors of what was it, brigands clad in black leather coming to town. Always looking for a new adventure to partake on.
Yes, of course. One day I'll too be on adventures.
Well, you probably have to be about your day. I have to go hunt down my companions and see what they're doing.
All right. If you need me, I'll be here for another hour.
All right, farewell. I'll head off to the, I guess the inn where they're sleeping at.
Okay. Yep, so we're back at the inn. Everybody's awake. I'm assuming you guys are all down below.
Yeah, I would have made my way down.
Yeah. Assuming all my stuff and that everything was fine. Yep. Go
Yep.
do my morning routines and go downstairs.
Fabulous.
Tabs, you're covered in bugs. Take a bath.
Well, I mean, it's just bugs. I mean, you can have them if you want. Otherwise, they're mine. They're my bugs.
Consider it. Perhaps we can trade later. Like Pokemon.
All right, so we know he's probably on this island. He wasn't in that cave. Nobody knows where he's at in this village. I guess we just go exploring.
Yeah, I can't think of anything else to do, so I guess we just walk on the road.
The only thing I could think of was trying to go to Perforos's Blades really quick and the other place to see if they know anything about the cool boots. Blades for the shiny blade, like that'd be it, and then head out of town.
Just in case
Alright.
it comes up, you guys, I can't send an animal messenger today, so don't go too far.
Oh.
I will head to the I'll head to the exit of the village and I'll wait for you there.
Okay, I will
So-
quickly make those 2 stops if we can just roll through that Miranda. Basically, just gonna be like, see if the Perforos's Blades, if what their thoughts are on the glowing longsword.
While you're doing that, I'm just gonna drop off the hide with the tanner so that they can do that while we're adventuring.
Cody, it's 1 silver to get the whole process tanned and done.
Will do. Consider it paid.
Fabulous. The person at the shop kind of gives you the same answer about the sword that Vulcan did. Their knowledge is to minuscule, if not less than Vulcan's. In terms
Cool.
of the sword. And you said you were going to show them the boots?
Yeah, I was basically gonna do like the big power flex step onto the counter and show them my cool new boots.
So they do react differently to the boots. They are kind of in more of awe in the boots. Turns out there is some sort of like legend in regards to Ignifarius and dragon scale armor. And they believe that these are like the infamous pieces to this armor set.
Man, that's crazy. There's like this thrift shop around the corner selling these things for like a silver each. Wild. Anyway,
did
super
remember-
cool.
Immediately they're like, thrift shop, what the hell? And they like leave the room just to be like, I don't need the rest of this set.
You're a terrible person.
I'm just gonna, as they're distracted, I'm just gonna sneak out and like leave.
Okay.
Take all their shit. I did remember something, and by remember, I just mean like while I was standing around town with Tabs, I'm gonna be like, oh, I want to check on something, and I'm gonna quick sprint,
Certainly.
speed walk back to the inn, and go to Luna and crew, and just be like, hey, did you guys notice in any of the rooms someone who didn't come home yesterday?
I mean, other than your friend there, that's about it.
Okay. I'll go to like the innkeeper person at the tavern or whatever, and I'll put out 10 gold and ask him the same question. Just like
He
lay it on the counter and just be like, "Hey, did anyone not come home last night other than a satyr?
I think everybody was accounted for.
Have you had anyone go missing in the last couple weeks?"
Uh, nope. I hope not. Because otherwise, I need to
No.
talk to some people.
Okay. I'll pick up my 10 gold and leave.
Okay.
I know I have that glamored armor. I know the intent was that when I activated it, it looked like I was just wearing normal traveling clothes. Does that also count to my boots, or are my boots separate? Like, will not be covered by this
They
glamour?
are separate because it was specific to that piece.
To my chest armor.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll still do it. Looking at how aggressive the boots are, I will undo the glamour because I'm assuming the glamour doesn't flow properly, potentially. If it does, I just basically just want to tuck the boots under my trousers to kind of hide them a little bit.
Yep. Doable enough. I mean, they still sparkle in the sunlight, but
Yeah. Get shiny shoes.
shiny shoes. Okay. So you guys are going to start making your way to the other town?
Yeah, I'll just meet it.
Sorry, I'm gonna regroup with them now that I've got rid of the hide there. Out of curiosity, is there a monastery at all in this city?
Here, no.
Excellent.
Man.
Is it like how do you flavor it that he becomes aware that he has to become a monk?
Huh.
Yes,
Or
yes,
he
I
probably
want to
isn't
know.
aware. He probably is just cursed.
So
He's
I-
like, man, I really
I
want to
have
be a
a-
monk right now.
Well, like-
Every day, I have a growing hatred towards monks.
See, the only thing that got me was like this curse happened. Things were becoming disadvantaged. You didn't know why. So your first instinct, punch, and then you crit.
yes.
And
So actually,
he's
going back to
back
the curse wheel trick here, Cody, you do notice this morning that you actually have like this black band, double band on your wrist on both hands. To kind of represent your curse ability there, but you have this constant kind of like feeling like you can't find quietness. Like you feel kind of like something's nagging at you this entire time, so it's upping your stress levels.
You lost balance. You have vertigo forever. And it gives you disadvantage on everything.
Wait, that sounds that's like an actual nightmare.
Yeah, vertigo is terrible.
You need inner balance, which is in your ear, which you get by becoming a monk.
So I have a sense that I need to find my balance. I need to find peace. Okay.
Yes.
So I really hate monks. I just gotta burn down a monastery, and then that should bring me happiness.
I mean, if you get cursed by enough deities, then it should even out.
Yes.
Now,
I didn't even wear the mask, and I got fucked.
yeah, makes me kind of worried about what the last one could have done. It's like Jesus. Or what next one?
Shoot first.
Yeah, I will.
It's the curse that forces you to take one point in one level in Druid.
Well, no, that'd be pretty awesome.
I will say, it sounds like the guys who chased it last time were hunting it. I feel like there might have been an opportunity to commune with that thing. Potentially, but these masks seem evil as shit. It massacred the body. Probably not the worst thing we've ever done. Certainly not me. Throwing that up there.
All right. Well,
Okay.
might as well head
Are you gonna
out.
make our
I
3-week
am.
journey?
Yeah, so along this journey, I'm just gonna make it a point that I'm looking around for people following us or watching us.
Okay.
That's my passive something. but
No
curious.
problem. Yeah, you make it all the way into town. It takes you from the morning. You're well into town. Not well into town. You're coming into town well into the afternoon now.
Wait, sorry, wait. Is the shrine on the way? How
The
does the
shrine.
shrine work?
Yes, the shrine is on the way.
Okay, I stop at the shrine and I light on fire real quick.
Okay, so flame spectacle, and you go. So you make it to you make it to the neighboring town. It is much smaller than Dracton. Like Dracton's already like a small town. This is like an even smaller town. There's like barely even any shops. They don't even have a tavern or anything here.
Okay. Do they seem to have a town hall or some central building?
Yeah, so there is kind of like a. It's not like a building itself, it's more of like a stage platform sort of area where it looks like someone will stand on the top and the rest of the town kind of convenes around this staging area.
Okay, well, I guess you should ask around town, see if they have a mayor or a chieftain, or I'm not sure what the political structure is like here.
Here, because it is strictly mostly mine workers, they kind of just refer to the guy as boss.
All right, well, we should go check out the gang boss then. Let's see.
I have a feeling we should check out the mines as well.
Yeah, I was actually thinking the same thing. He might have some information on old unused mines, or maybe even have a map that we could go checking out, spelunking.
I love spelunking.
So you find boss. He is kind of he's got like his own little office. So you do find like the main office where all of like the information is held for all of the mining that happens within this area. So he's working away at his desk as you guys approach him. He kind of looks at you like, "Why are there people in my office?"
Let's see. Good morning. I hear you're the boss man around here.
Aye, they call me boss.
We're a bit of amateur archaeologists and explorers. We're looking for artifacts of Ignifarius. We were wondering if you had any leads on old or unused mines. The older the better.
Well, the old mines are blocked off. Nobody's allowed in them. They are crumbling, no longer safe to be traveled through. As for artifacts, no. Anything we find that is not of use, we either burn it, we either trash it, or we just give it to Dracton.
Insight check.
Go for it.
I think this guy's full of shit. This is his whole crazy operation. Does he? Does he?
He is in charge of the whole operation. You can kind of see off to the side that he's got a binder. Yes, I don't even know if they have binders in this world. I didn't decide that, but he's got an OHS safety binder. He's got a map on the wall, and it has like X marks where previously it looks like there were mines listed. And then from what you could tell, he's got like a letter on the desk from someone from Dracton. But as far as anything else that you could see, and based on what he's saying, he's not bullshitting.
So, with all these safety incidences, as the Dracton Health Safety Organization breathing down his neck, he's got slight hair loss, bags in his eyes. Looks like a tired manager of like a failing business.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna kind of nod like I'm gonna make eyes at you guys like I don't think we're supposed to be like maybe not, I don't know. Maybe we're checking.
He looks at you directly. How's the obsidian going in your town? I take it that's where you're from. And he just kind of stares down hard at you.
He's looking at his face. Does it look angry?
Slight anger. As far as you are aware, the obsidian trade happening in your hometown is kind of booming right now, as opposed to the iron that is happening within this town.
Wait a
Tide,
second.
what?
Oh, that was Eric. Keep going.
I was just gonna say a thing like winds change, but for now they're favoring us. But it hurts me to see that you not all are doing so well.
He just smirks. He just doesn't say anything.
Yeah, I spit in his face. Anyway,
Oh,
the
while we're talking, I'm going to take a look at this map. Can I get like the bearings, the directions towards where the mines are at?
Yeah, so there are only 4 mines. 2 of them are X'd off. 2 of them looks like they're still active at this point, and it's kind of like in a square situation. It's kind of where the mountain ranges starts to kind of dissipate into the shore.
All right, I'll make note of it and our location so that we can start heading that direction afterwards.
Yeah,
I'm really going to ingrain what this dude looks like. Like I want to really know what he looks like.
Okay, he is about, like, he's sitting right now, but you can picture he's about 6'6". He's a half orc. He's got a buzz cut sort of style, and he's got a chipped tooth.
Which tooth specifically?
Right.
He only
Bottom.
has 2 of them.
Yeah.
Bottom
This guy, she looks like he was a miner at some point, like worked his way up, or is
Well,
Yeah.
everybody starts out as a miner.
Thank you, Bryce.
yeah.
Yeah, if you were to like look at his hands, they're like completely calloused over. It looks like he still even does some mining when he's not in his office. The classic dirt underneath the fingernails.
Yeah. Just gonna be straight with you guys. Every lead we get leads to nowhere. Don't know where you guys want to go, but up
I
to
No,
you.
that's
want
what I
to
figured.
quickly ask you.
If you look towards
I'm gonna
me,
go. I'm gonna go.
mining pick.
I think we should go to maybe my fucking town, see if they're gonna be trying to horn in on that business, but seems like a waste of time. So
I just want to ask this guy: is there anywhere in the mines that you no longer let people go?
Got the closed off mine. Oh, I'm not going to say that. Never mind.
I know about those ones. I'm seeing if he's gonna say anything about it yet.
We've got 2 mines closed off to everybody, including our workers. I'm not allowed to go in there. You go in there, you risk being crushed to death by the falling roof. 2 mines are active, but they are too active to allow any outsiders within them.
And there's no areas in your active mines where people are not allowed, like where your workers aren't allowed.
That is correct.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, so once we leave, my plan, same as Blaze's, it sounds like, is to check out the 2 Xtoff mines.
Check out the mines.
Yeah.
Check
Might as well.
Yeah.
If we need to excavate it, we do have some. We got some shovels and picks. So
Yeah.
I also wanted to say it's interesting that the arrow was obsidian if your obsidian island is so close. Like maybe there is a connection there.
yeah, that was the only thing I was debating. I personally do not want to go to my home island right now. Just gonna say that, but we could.
Do you know
Well,
any
how about
Cheryls
the,
on your home island?
What's that?
Just said, do you know any Cheryls on your home island?
No, not the common name.
well, how about because we're already here and they're close by. How about we check out these mines, and then failing that, we could always go to the next island and check there.
Agreed. Yeah.
Yeah, we should at least check out the mines and see if they're closed off for different reasons than he said.
Living so close, do these guys have like? Would their accent at least be like close-ish enough to shoals that he could attempt? Like, could he pass off as like a local accent-wise here, or is it just like completely different?
I mean, it's.
Hey, Miranda, how can you imitate Travis doing an accent?
You know I can't!
Can you try?
Oh, hell no! Hell no!
It's easier to imitate someone doing an accent than their normal voice.
Yeah, I can't do Russian though.
Yeah.
No matter which accent it is, it's always Russian.
It's gonna be Russian. And that's like one of the accents I absolutely cannot do.
It's like pretty much everyone Miranda does hillbilly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because that's my grandma right there.
She does that or hopeful protagonist.
Yeah. That's
Because I watch too much anime.
The power of friendship.
Oh god.
That's what pyre is or whatever.
Oh boy, would I. Yeah. Yeah, anyway.
Yeah, mine time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine time.
Okay. So this is where I'm panicking. Can you guys
I can't believe that guy didn't get mad at me for spitting in his face. That's really weird. Anyway.
Alright, we're gonna break for 10 minutes here.
Rude.
Awesome. I can get a drink.
Miranda,
And also,
can I ask you something a little meta?
Oh, sorry, my froze, so I lost all that, whatever it was said.
Are we missing something like really vital at all? Like it kind of feels like we're not doing it right.
Yes and no.
Okay.
You
All right,
got-
carry on.
So that's what I said. Yes, you guys missed it. No, because you also didn't miss it. If that makes any sense.
so we haven't interacted with it. We need to go to a specific spot. And we just haven't done that yet. Which I'm presuming is not the mines. So therefore I'm excited about going into the mines.
Because, yeah, the more I talk about this, the more it sounds like we're going off the rails here.
Don't worry, it'll just take me a couple minutes to get the map going.
Well, I'm gonna go grab a drink. Ugh.
I'm good.
All right.
So you guys go to one of the mines. And as you come across it, basically you're kind of using your best judgment, following the trails. There's separate trails that lead, but based on what you saw on the map, you just follow the one trail to start off with the first mine. And as you guys come across this mine, it's a big old entrance. You can see there's a couple of carts. There are tracks that start up on this trail here. And the entranceway is completely boarded off.
We should just troll Miranda and like go to the next one.
No, at least take a look at this one. Behind the sorry, can we peek in behind the boards, see if it's like it's collapsed or if it's still open?
So there is a little bit of an opening from what you can tell. However, the boards are like completely covering a lot of it. So you peek through for like the tiniest little crack.
Wait, as long as I'm not seeing like a wall of rock in behind it.
No, you do just see nothing but darkness.
All right. Well, might as well start prying off some boards then to get an entry in here.
Okay. Yeah, if you're gonna start prying some of the boards off, you're gonna need to make some strength checks here.
Do I have anything in my equipment that could help here?
Oh, I have a crowbar just straight up.
Okay, that's what I was looking for. You got a crowbar, we can pull that out and then use that to pull the boards out.
Yeah. If you're having issues with it, I will help lean into it to help you get that leverage.
Oh, you're handling it to me. I was going to be like, as soon as I saw you pull the crowbar, I was going to like gesture like, continue, be my guest.
I'm like, you just seem clearly stronger than me. I'll give it a go.
Well, that's true. That's true. I mean, if you want to give it to me, I am clearly the strongest.
Yeah. I give him the crowbar and then stand back away from the entrance to the cave.
I'll start pulling out the boards. Strength or athletic?
Strength.
Check. I mean, they're the same, so it doesn't really matter. I mean, that was just a practice start, obviously. Just warming up, make sure the crowbar is sturdy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
good. I'll give it another, real go this time.
So you do manage to break off one of the boards, and it takes another one with it. To note that these boards are going lengthwise.
Mm-hmm.
If it's one of the lower boards, I think I'm a little stronger than you.
I mean, we just want to remove enough of the boards, not really to uncover the entrance, but so that we could climb through. I think that's pretty much what we got to do here.
Well, pass me the crowbar.
All right, it's your go.
Oh God,
Mandolin.
No.
We are the worst at physical tests.
I got a 9 because I used guidance on myself.
Yeah, so you break a board, but you don't take it fully off. You break it in half.
We go again. Oh.
Yeah, this time you're like, okay, I know what I'm doing. Rip, and you rip off like a good chunk of the board setup.
I'll try and crawl through that hole because I'm small.
Oh, it's full. Like you can just walk normally through it now. You like took most of it off. So you walk into it and
Dark vision looking in. How much can I see?
Well, hold on. There you go. There you go.
So, my dark
see-
vision is 150.
vision.
Wow,
Oh,
that's
yeah,
some
16.
good dark vision.
I have incredible dark vision, and as long as I'm in darkness, I am invisible.
For future reference, who is our strongest character?
I mean, obviously me. I'm
For athletics, I have a +2, but I actually have a -1 strength mod.
I mean,
Cody?
physical strength, is that the only strength there is?
My
So-
athletics is +5.
Okay,
All right,
you're our strongest boy.
probably.
There we go.
My strength is only +2. But
Yeah, that's our best. I have a +1, you have a +2, and then they both have a -1.
There's a few stats we just dumped on, like charisma, the fact, like
Yeah, you're a
charisma,
high
strength,
I used to have
I think our
one.
intelligence is probably trash too. I would imagine.
Probably pretty bad.
I'm pretty balanced across the board. I don't have any high stat. I don't have any bad stat. Like my highest plus is a +3, but I have +2 on everything except my intelligence and charisma.
I think because when we were planning this out, like I was asking, like, do we have a frontline person? I told like, okay, yeah, we got a frontliner. So I was like, okay, well, I'll go mid range, like support and whatnot. I thought for sure that we are gonna have someone with charisma, and like the frontliner would be the strength person.
Yeah,
But you know,
you're
Kid-
actually our tank now because you have a bunch of temp HP.
10 HP. I got a decent AC.
Yeah, you must have high dex or something, hey? I can't get my AC very
Yeah, I got a 17 dex.
Yeah.
I'm just a striker by definition.
Yeah, I need to
Kitten
find a way
cannon.
to improve my AC so I can get more in the front line because my AC is good garbage.
Well, if you're strong, then the best way to improve your AC is, well, wait, you only got a +2,
Yeah.
so that gives you a 16. That's enough to wear heavy armor. You get like heavy armor.
I'm kind of like
I'm 15. I don't have enough to wear any.
yeah. I'm kind of like a tanky cleric / wizard, essentially. Tanky version of a wizard, not tanky version of a cleric.
All right, so we're in the mines.
Mind your step.
I will I will lead since I have incredible dark vision.
Hey guys, I
Uh,
heard.
I'll fall behind.
I will mention the risk of fire in here potentially. Could
Stop
cause.
saying the thing I'm gonna say.
Sorry. Has that been happening constantly?
This is just the second time today. It's like we
Okay.
both start at the same time, and then we're both gonna say the same thing. So
Okay.
it's not actually an issue. Don't worry about it.
I'm assuming this side passage as we come in here. Actually, I'll pop my head in. There's not much in there. I'm assuming it's just a empty area, or is it a storage area?
So it's just a bunch of old, destroyed, like broken tools and whatnot.
If I can't do fire, I can't see. So if someone else has a different type of light, that would be nice.
You guys could just hang a little bit behind me so you don't make me visible.
Well, like Dwindle still auto summon
I
on
just
this
have
island?
Yeah, Dwindle
I
is
guess
still
I
auto
could-
out.
I guess I'll tell him to wait outside. I guess produce flame. It doesn't harm me or my equipment, but if there was a gas, it would still explode. Okay, well, I'm just blind then. I'm blind and I don't have my familiar. Let's go.
Maybe we said send your familiar up ahead.
Someone
then
had
like,
a lantern, right? One of those
No.
coal lanterns.
Potential fire hazard. You don't want to go boom in a natural gas mine.
But if it's one of those directed lanterns, and it's mostly covered.
Still think it's supposed to be getting like air in there because of
Wait.
to burn.
That's true, but I mean, otherwise you can just go in blind. I mean,
if I turn into a canary and then die, we'll know that.
If you turn back into a person, you know to run.
Fuck it. What's an animal with night vision?
And like
Fox, cat.
an owl, a bat.
owl.
Like
Bat
an
could be
animal
good.
that might be able to fight in a fight.
Probably
Oh.
just an owl then. Oh, it was already a fight.
Probably
Dark.
can't become an owl though, because it has fly speed.
I
Oh, yeah, we can't do
know,
flying
but
yet.
I want to be like a. Basically, I just want to be a high. I'll look it up. Can carry on. If I find something, I'll say it.
You can probably transform to something with a half level though, so you probably have to do like a cat.
I'm gonna step away for 2 seconds. I just have to run to the washroom.
Sure.
Half is actually not too bad. I think you could be like a black bear for half. I just have to see what it might have night vision.
I think just the practical guide to wild shape is the thing again. So you are level 5, which means you can go a half CR.
You can always just like we can tie a rope and then you just follow the rope.
You could be an octopus. You could be.
Oh, I can be a giant wolf spider.
That's a fun one.
Do they have blind sight or dark sight?
They have both 10-foot blind sight, 60-foot dark vision.
That seems pretty good.
They're pretty shit. Like I'll
Ooh.
probably get de-spidered pretty quick, but at least I'll be able to see for a while. So I'll do that.
You just need to see long enough that we can find where the natural gas is leaking, and then you can light a spell.
If there's natural gas leaking.
I believe.
I don't even know if all mines are like that, or if it's only a certain type of mine.
Best ask the miners.
I mean, you assume they would have had lighting down here, torches and whatnot. I don't think they have electric lighting. So they must have had torches down here when they were working.
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe that's why the mine is closed, because they had a natural gas leak, and then boom!
Miranda, looking around, do they have like a lot of wall? Do they have like
Gone.
wall sconces? Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Wait, aren't you like in front of her?
No, I'm in Rupert.
bathroom.
Oh, okay.
That'd be really weird. Just like going to the bathroom, you're like, aren't you just like in front of her? Josh just like standing there with a microphone. Just like, Miranda, answer my questions. There's no time for bathroom breaks. Answer my questions. Yeah, I had a feeling you were out of town as soon as she said that you were at Safeway and be back in a bit. And I'm like, she had to call you to verify that. I'm pretty sure if you were in the same household at the time going shopping, she would know.
Yeah. Yeah, it's awkward timing for today, for sure.
That's the beauty of the internet. It's not just for porn. It's also for D&D.
Wow.
The internet is for porn.
Quetzalcoatlus.
Why do you think the net was born?
Porn. But Casey Monster, what do you think he do after?
Okay. I think I'm gonna have to unfortunately call it here tonight because I almost threw up.